Welcome into the Good Buddies Anime Review. I am your good buddy, Roger.
Too much! And I'm your good... I am your good buddy, Brandon.
And we're talking about some anime.
You hit it so hard. Did I embarrass you? Did you have to pull it back a little bit? Is that what that was?
No.
I feel like you're bringing it down.
I am your good buddy, Roger.
All right.
Let me some sugar. I am your neighbor. I am your good buddy.
All right. Well, we're back again. We are talking about a show we talked about not too terribly long ago. A few months ago. We're bringing up the OVAs for A High School Girl.
Oh yeah, the extra stages.
Extra stages. What is this, like, what 11, 12, 13? Is that what it is?
It is 13, 14, and 15.
Yeah, I was way off. But, yeah, man, we're going to break on into it. We're going to talk about these here 3 episodes. Pretty short, pretty quick one. But, we're going to we're going to break them down a little bit.
Yeah,
and
everybody really seemed to like, it's a popular episode, the High School Girl one.
Yeah,
so
man.
It just made sense to go into this as well.
Absolutely.
As we will do the 2nd season whenever it comes to the U.S.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm super down for that. But the way we're going to do this is, as always, we're going to talk about them a bit. We're going to give you a little quick score and a review of recommendation. We're going to tell you what we thought about it and whether or not we think you should check it out. Spoiler, you probably should.
Yeah.
So, the way we're going to do that is, first of all, Roger, we're going to end up giving it a final score. And Roger, if it was boo-boo garbage, what would you call that?
I would call it an anime, maybe not.
What if it was not great?
Anime?
Pretty average, though. It was pretty good, though.
Anime, maybe.
What if it's actually not bad at all? It was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, that's an anime, most definitely.
But if it was amazing, Roger, if it was so good,
That's an animazing, boss.
that would be an animazing. And the way we're going to get there is we're going to give it a total, a possible 10 stars, 5 different categories, 2 stars each. That is how math works. 5 different categories. The first category, Roger, is...
Mathematical.
What's the first category?
The story and setting.
And the second category, Roger?
The characters in development.
Number 3.
That art and animation.
Numero 4.
That soundtrack.
And finally, that Good Buddies Rigor Room, that 5th category, that
Je ne sais quoi.
Roger, what does that mean?
I don't know what.
I don't know what. But that's how we're going to do it. Let's break on in, get on into it, whip it up, whip it out, and do the damn thing. So, Roger, tell me about these 3 episodes.
These 3 episodes go straight in. As soon as that 12th episode, the first season is over, these pick up right after it leaves off. Hidaka, I'll go ahead and say this now. If you haven't watched the first season, there are going to be spoilers from the first season on here. Go watch that, then come back to this.
This is your final warning. A 3, 2, 1, and jam.
Okay, Hidaka has confessed to Yaguchi.
Yes.
And she
wants him so bad.
Yeah, she wants a challenge. She wants, if you can beat me in games, as she got very good at fighters in the first season, if you can beat me, then I will leave you alone.
She has truly thrown down the gauntlet.
Yes. But if I win, we got to go on some dates.
And our boy Yaguchi continues to be goddamn clueless.
Yeah, he is so freaking clueless.
He just don't get it, man.
Yeah, and I think to an extent too, Hidaka knows that he has feelings for Ono.
Whether or not he realizes
or not he realizes
yes, is another story.
Yes, but it just picks up straight from there. Same place, same time, same bat
Same
channel.
bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah,
really?
That's what I was going for.
You tried
same bat
so
time,
hard.
Same bat channel. But this one just kicks it up. Brandon always says, "Hit me with that cute shit." And
it's very cute.
They start
it's cute as all hell.
That cute shit out there.
Oh, and I was into it, baby. I was very into it.
And I'll be honest with you, man. It was refreshing to kind of come back, and the art style. Once again, it just sat in with me. Like,
it was like seeing an old friend.
Yeah, it was. That's perfect.
It really was. It felt like coming home, man. It was a good time.
So we got 3 episodes, and each one of them kind of focuses on one of the characters. I feel like a little more heavily than each of the other characters.
Yep.
And it's just pretty much Yaguchi making his decision, figuring things out.
At times even learning the ways of the female heart.
Yeah, learning the ways of the female heart. But of course, there are video games everywhere.
Yes. We get a lot of cool stuff in here. References to real world video games constantly, of course. It's a good time.
Yeah, tons of fighters. Tekken is coming out. Soul Calibur is coming out. Soul Edge, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's coming out. We get a good shot of the AES, the box for the AES, the Neo Geo, in a really funny scene. There's all sorts of... Final Fantasy VI makes an appearance.
Yep.
All sorts of really, really cool. They go all in on the console stuff on this one too. You see a lot more. I felt like console stuff in these 3 episodes than you generally did in the original, though you do see a good bit. This one just was showing you like full box arts and all sorts of different games that way. They were talking about PlayStation, Saturn games, which all were there in the first season, but I felt like it was just a little bit heavier. Maybe it's just because it's condensed, 3 episodes as opposed to 12.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, let's get on into that story and setting. It's basically
It's basically the same.
It's basically more of the same.
It's already set up. If you need to know that story and setting, what are you doing here right now? You should go watch the first episode of High Score Girl,
where we talked about that first season.
About it.
And more importantly, you should watch the damn show.
Yeah, you should, because we both scored it pretty well.
So there you go. Let's move on to the characters in development.
Okay.
We do have a couple new characters.
We do. We have.
That I liked a lot.
Yeah. First, we have Hidaka makes a friend. Her name is Felicia. She's actually a Felicia user on Darkstalkers.
Hi, Felicia.
You might recognize Felicia as she's that kitty cat girl.
She's
from
kitty girl.
Darkstalkers.
Nickel Punch.
And
that was my favorite.
Felicia looks. She's kind of got like that goth thing going for her.
Yeah, she's got the kind of gothic Lolita thing. She's got the bangs. She's got the like black flowery dress. Ooh, I love her. I think she carries around a little parasol with her.
She looks like a. I don't know if what the deal is. She's got a big gold cross on.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's some.
She looks like fucking Mana, if you know who that is. But yeah, she's
like a
super
dark
cool.
Priestess or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She's super cool.
Really cool.
I like her a lot. She is basically our girl's senpai for a little bit.
Yeah.
She is teaching her the ways and
she also
helping her hone her
seems
skills.
like lord of this group of nerds.
Yes,
the hardcore
she is
gaming
absolutely. She introduces our girl to a group of super hardcore gamer nerds who have these crazy high scores and win streaks and whatnot.
Yeah, and most of them are
basically throws her in and lets her go to town so that she can get some training in.
Those guys start listing themselves off to each other, and they all got names from video game characters.
Yes,
and one of them is she's commenting after each one. One of them is stomach ulcer.
Yeah.
Goes, why is that his name?
Why is that his name? These are all great questions.
Yeah. It's a really cool scene.
But yeah, they're a lot of fun. Felicia's a lot of fun, and they also end up, without getting too spoilery, they end up becoming kind of her like bodyguard entourage almost. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Her hype squad.
Definitely her hype squad. They are her multiple Flavor Flavs. She has several Flavor Flavs, and one of them is named Stomachals. It's a good time.
It's pretty good. And the other new character that we get is Makoto Ono.
Oh ho ho.
Ono's older sister.
And she's a bit of a rebel, one could say.
She's a bit rebellious.
Yeah. She goes straight off. She don't take nothing from that teacher lady who's always keeping Ono in the house and whatnot.
No, she doesn't.
Don't take no shit from nobody. You know, they tried to make a special Makoto branded toilet paper. Didn't work. She don't take shit from no one.
That's.
I know, it's pretty good. Anyway. But it's a good time. She's really great. She actually ends up like kind of facilitating a little bit of a interaction between Yaguchi and Ono because they are so cut off from each other, and the tutor doesn't want her to have anything to do with it. Doesn't want to leave the house now. It gets pretty rough for Ono and Yaguchi in these episodes, but they get a little help from the older sister Makoto.
Yep. And of course, we have our main characters. We'll go ahead and just go over those real quick. Yaguchi, who is he's a young guy. He's now in high school, works at least a part-time job. Fucking loves some video games.
Love him a video game.
Extremely competitive.
Oh,
but
yeah,
he also has tons of fun. He just freaking loves
He's
them.
genuinely just here to have a good time.
And then we have maybe our our secondary main character in Ono, who is silent. She's totally mute. She does make some sounds in this one.
She makes some sounds. She go.
Yeah, she makes some sounds. Like,
she kind of watching Demon Slayer now. She kind of reminds me of Nezuko from that.
Yeah,
how she doesn't really say anything. But she's just like.
Yeah,
like every now and then. It's really good.
Yeah, she's of course still super cute and
adorable. She's great.
And she, like Brandon said, she really is getting put through the ringer in these 3 episodes. Like,
and then of course
she's getting cracked down on.
Yeah.
And then of course we got Hidaka.
Yes, and therefore with that, Hidaka, who is a very nice girl who wasn't even into video games at all, but ended up gaining an affinity for him by her interactions with Yaguchi. There, we have our love triangle.
Yeah, we sure do.
The two of them, it's fairly obvious at this point that like Ono has feelings for Yaguchi. We know that I keep forgetting her name, and you just said it. I'm sorry. Hidaka. We know Hidaka has feelings for Yaguchi. Yaguchi continues to be completely clueless and doesn't know what's happening at any time.
It's like
even as he like does have feelings, and other people, like literally, he's talking to his friend. He's like, "What was that all about?" He's like, he still doesn't get it. Like, he's doing like nice things for these girls without even realizing why.
He feels it too. He feels it there. He just doesn't know what it is, so he just overlooks it.
He's just a total fucking loser.
Yeah, he's great. That's what he does. Have a whole lot of growth in these 3 episodes.
He does.
Actually, all 3 of them do.
They all mature quite a bit. It's a joy to watch.
And then a couple of other characters that we get more of course, are Nami Yaguchi, his mother, who is the freaking MVP of
She's the best thing in this show.
She's so good, and she makes them fat pancakes.
She makes them big, fat anime pancakes.
At one point, they like break them apart in a grid.
Yeah.
Like, you see the scientific, the blueprint to these pancakes.
The mom's perfect anime pancakes, yes.
Yes.
She's perfect. She's basically perfect.
She kicks ass in the show. Like, even in the first season, she's awesome. And in this one, man, she really, there's one point.
She also takes no shit from no one, as we find out in that episode.
At one point in the first episode of the OVA, she slithers in and she kind of lays into another character and be like, hey, well, maybe you shouldn't say that.
Maybe you don't go talking that shit.
Yeah.
If you know what's good for you.
A mom's always listening.
Oh, yeah.
And then Gia, we get a little more of him. He is the driver for Ono. And
this very nice elderly man who just wants young Miss to be happy.
Yeah, he tries to facilitate Ono with what few joys she can get.
Indeed,
he tries to find ways. He even does sneaky things too.
Gets her a little handheld console and whatnot.
He gets her a Game Gear and has it hidden, and
he gets found out, and it weren't too nice.
Moemi Goda finds it.
Yes,
and she is our antagonist of the show, but once again, she does have a good bit of development as well.
Yeah, which
I really like. She had a whole little arc here.
It's quite good. It's good all around, I gotta say. Once again, I was like, I remember turning this on and thinking, all right, let's go back to this show. Let's see what's got in store for me. And honestly, not being like terribly psyched about it, and just being immediately won over by how sincere and how good it is.
Yeah, these 3 episodes really suck you in.
It's
they
quick.
might be the 3 best of the entire show. I don't know. I need to give it a whole nother watch front to back to figure out my top favorite episodes of High Score Girl.
Wow.
But
coming in at number 9.
I really do love this show.
It's a good time. It's a very good time.
And it feels just as good as the first time you watched it too.
Indeed.
It feels all that stuff that you loved from that first season are all right back.
Yes.
It didn't miss a freaking beat. And if anything, it might have got a little bit better. So, yeah, the art and animation. Let's talk Yeah.
That's something that I've never been super down with, but I gotta say they make it work.
Yeah,
they make it work quite good. Particularly those bits where they are like having they're like playing the games. And they're all intense and stuff. You get like the. What is it? The homeboy's eye has like that red tracer thing.
That little trace behind them.
Yeah, like the headlights in Initial D and shit. It's great.
It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. And of course, all of these games have that same love that I talked about in the first season.
Yes.
The way they captured them, the way they present them, just like it's the real fucking deal. And it is so goddamn cool to look at.
It is very enjoyable to watch.
And I do get that people don't like the 2.5D, 3D, CG animation, whatever you want to call it.
I'm not big on it. I'm not gonna lie. But
however, this show,
works.
I will say, it does have a certain charm to it.
It really does, yeah.
And they did less with Yaguchi now that he's grown up. Like, I noticed there's a lot less of the spiky teeth.
Less spiky teeth, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just got those little chiclet nubs.
Yeah. It's just, it's cool to look at. It is cool. It's, at very least, if you don't like it, you can't argue that it's not interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's great.
Yeah. And then our soundtrack is, of course, still those freaking...
It's
bangers.
So fucking good.
Bangers, both of them are bangers.
It's the best. The opening and ending are both still amazing, and they will never stop being amazing, and I love them.
You better believe You better believe as soon as I turned it on and the Vex was in my lap,
Yep.
she was ready. She was waiting. I just know that she knows these songs.
She loves these animes. And
she
then,
was ready for some Doot Doot kittens.
On the end, she got them Doot Doot kittens. Yes.
Yeah, she sure did. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you should really go watch that first review, where I flash up a picture of my kitty cat who watches all the anime with me. It's so cute, dude. It's so good.
Okay, it's very cute. It's so freaking cute.
Yeah. And that takes us into the je ne sais quoi.
The je ne sais quoi.
That I don't know what. If I were to say anything else on the sound, the video game stuff all still sounds freaking great. You sound like you're in a smoky ass bustling arcade. They're at a convention at one point. Sounds like you're at a convention. Sound design is excellent in this show. But in that je ne sais quoi, Brandon, do you want to talk about what your extra thoughts on this first, or you want me to?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay. This show is, if you are, I said in the first episode that we did this, that if you're a fan of gaming, that you could add an extra point to my score, that you're probably going to like this more. I did have a comment come across the other one where somebody was disputing that. She had said, I believe it was a lady, she said that she didn't care for video games. She was actually, I believe she gave me her age, was like, she was in her 50s maybe? 40s or 50s? So she was a little bit older than I am. She was around my mother's age, and she never cared about video games, but the excitement that Yaguchi and the other characters feel towards video games, the way that they truly enjoy them, you can still... I might have overlooked how well you don't have to particularly like something to be able to relate to liking something, if that makes sense. And I thought about that a lot, and you know what? I think that commenter was correct, because this show is just so charming, and the love that they put into these characters towards this stuff echoes in a way that the people that created this show obviously love it too. And I think that is really, really cool. It's something that I honestly can't think of a lot of things that present themselves in that way.
Yeah.
That really give off that feeling of, we all love this. We created this because we all love this. These characters that we created, we love, and they love this stuff.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
It's like the old, like, you know, you love it so much, you might think no one else could possibly care about this stuff as much as you, but loving it so much, putting so much care into it is in itself just so attractive, and it's so moving, and it comes across like that.
It's like a universal language almost of the way you like something, the way you get passionate about something.
Yeah, man.
And this anime does that really well. And maybe I'm going a little too hard on it, you know, like hard trying to bring this point across. I don't know. Once again, y'all can let me in the comments know if y'all think that I'm doing that. But
no, I'm with you. I think you got it.
I really think that this is just a freaking class show. It's good.
It's very well done.
I can't recommend it enough. Once again, Brandon, do you have any thoughts?
No, kind of in that same vein. I would just say that, like, yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where one of my favorite things is like when I'm talking to someone, either someone I know, someone I don't know, whatever. If you've ever had a conversation with someone and you get to see them really geek out about a thing they love. Like, my buddy Roger loves him some freaking animes.
I do.
And if you get him to talk about anime, he will just talk about anime. And it's fun to just sit there and talk with Roger about anime, even if you don't give a shit about anime, because he's so interested in it and he will go on for a while. It's just fun. That's kind of what this show felt like you said. It's something that they care so much about the video games, and the characters care so much about the video games, and it's all wrapped up in this very adorable, cutesy, kind of love triangle-y, kind of coming of age, kind of growing and maturing story that it's just very relatable. Like, I think I would say regardless of who you are, I think you're gonna have a good time with it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm into it, man. I'm really into it.
Yeah, it's really cute. I quite like it. You want to get into the scores? Did you alter your scores at all?
Well, let's look at. I thought it would be fun to see what we gave the first season previously and compare it to what we give it now, if it's different at all. So previously, I gave it a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. And you gave it a 8, I believe?
I gave it an 8.5.
8.5. All right. So now, bearing those in mind, 7.5 from me, 8.5 from Roger. Let's go on down the list, starting with the story and setting. How'd you give it, Roger?
I gave it a 2.
I gave it a 1.5.
1.5.
Characters in development?
I gave it the full 2.
I gave it a full 2.
There was a lot of development there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. That's a half point up from me. How about the art and animation?
The art and animation, as charming as I really believe it is, I still gave it a 1.5 on account of I know that there are just some people that are outright not going to like it.
I still gave it a 1.
Okay.
It's good. It's kind of tough for me to get super into it, but it is quite well done.
We both stuck where we were on
as far as like the CG 3D animated stuff goes, this is definitely on the higher end. I just don't much care for that. Now, I will say there are exceptions to that rule. We both watched Land of the Lustrous.
Yeah.
But for me, it just didn't quite hit that niche, you know?
That's fair.
How about that soundtrack?
I kept it at a solid 2.
Full 2. And finally, that je ne sais quoi.
I gave it that full 2.
I gave it the 1.5.
1.5. So what does that total you up to, sir?
That's an 8.
That's an 8. So
We're up half a point, baby.
Mine increased to 9.5.
Nice, dude.
And I would say that you can use this score personally for me for the whole series at this point.
Yeah. It just got gooder and gooder.
Yeah, because it all links together, and I think these episodes really stand alone and as a whole tip it to an animazing for me.
Quite good.
And that puts you at an animos, definitely, sir.
Yes, it is very, very good.
So,
I think it's worth watching regardless of who you are.
Once again, guys and gals, if you have not checked this out, we really can't recommend that you go check it out enough.
It's a great flick.
It's really good. It's a fun watch, and it's not long. Like, you're up to 15 episodes.
Yeah, man.
No biggie. And you will fly through them. Once you start getting into it and the characters, you'll fly through them.
It's one of those where you'll just like finish this one, can't wait to see what's next, play it right now.
It's so adorable.
You might stop for a pee break.
It's so fun. Yeah. Yeah, man, get you some good snacks going with it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some sick snacks.
Jesus Christ.
Some cheese.
What's your
balls.
preferred anime snack, Roger? You one of them Pocky kids?
Dude,
is that what
I
this
like
is?
cheese and crackers.
You like cheese and crackers?
Yeah, cut up some cheese and some crackers.
Be more of an old man.
I do have some Pocky though.
Be more of an old man, Roger. Cheese and crackers. My God.
Come on, man.
Me, I'm all about the PB&J. That's my go-to.
I do like me a PB&J every now and then. Crunchy or smooth?
Always smooth.
Oh, dude,
always smooth, Skippy natural. That's the best peanut
I always
butter.
go crunchy if it's available. But I'm not opposed to smooth.
I can't mess with crunchy.
Yeah. So, good buddies, you know what to do. Let us know in the comments below, crunchy or smooth.
I will. This is the one that's gonna break my back. If crunchy wins, I quit.
Oh no!
I don't really.
Oh
but
no!
I won't.
People are gonna hate the crunchy.
No.
Just so they can make an impact.
No. All right. Anyway.
Alrighty. Next week we're watching Boogie Pop and Others.
My God.
It's gonna be
a weird one, y'all.
Ride. Yeah.
It's gonna be a weird one.
Yep.
Yes, Boogie Pop and Others, which
18 episodes, I believe.
Yeah, 18 whole episodes. There's a bit to get through, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it on down, and we'll let you know what we thought. Break it down. As always, if you want to tell us what you've been watching or have any questions, recommendations, or anything like that for us, please hit us up in the comments below. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening to the podcast, you know there's a billion places to find us: YouTube, Facebook, etc. Links in the description below. Go ahead and like this. Ring that bell if you're on YouTube. Swing ding your dong, etc. We love you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes.
And do we got anything else to say? Shout out to our homie Haas, Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram for the, if you're listening to YouTube, the sweet, sweet outro music you're about to hear.
The buddy's good.
The buddy's good.
And remember that we don't suck as much as you think we will.
All right.
And we make totally watchable content. What's up? That was my favorite comment I think we ever got.
Thank you, Atticus Finch. We had a...
We had a good laugh.
Atticus.
Yeah.
Shout out to Atticus.
We had a good laugh at that comment. It was great.
It was a good time. That's my favorite comment we've gotten in a while. It was a good time.
I loved it.
But we're going to go ahead and bust on out of here. We're going to move on to the ramble. If you listen to the podcast, this won't make any sense. But just know that we love you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And know that this episode, I guess it doesn't matter, but it'll be out a little late.
Well, I mean...
So, there you go.
Well, if it's out a little late...
Take it easy,
like
good
they already
buddies.
know that.
We love you.
All right, bye.
And you're the best.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.